This app shows you which keywords are being cannibalized on which pages. It highlights opportunities to fix or reduce keyword cannibalization, which is an ongoing challenge in SEO. This app integrates directly with Google Search Console. You just authorize the app, enter the domain you want to check for, and you can even filter out your branded keywords. Then you just hit run, and you'll get an analysis like this. And just real quick, we'll cover what is keyword cannibalization. Basically, it's when you have two or more pages ranking for the same search terms, which can be an issue because one page might be getting clicks where you want the other page to be getting the clicks, or vice versa. It can cause all kinds of trouble. So let's dive into how the keyword cannibalization app works. Basically, all you have to do is enter your property, authorize Google Search Console, filter out your branded queries, which is just a comma separated list, and hit run. And you're going to get a table like this in the interface. So basically, this is all Search Console data that you're probably familiar with. So queries, page, clicks, impressions, position. The stuff that's new here are these three columns called clicks percent versus query, and clicks percent versus page, and the comment. So this column, clicks percent versus query, is the percentage of clicks the page receives for that specific query. So if you see a 1 or 100% in this row, it would mean that the page receives 100% of the clicks for this query. But if you see something around a 75% mark, that means that there's 25% of clicks going to other pages, which will be somewhere in this sheet as well. And then clicks percent versus page represents the percentage of clicks that this page gets from the query in this row. So a 1 or a 100% here means the page gets all of its clicks or impressions from one query, which is impossible. But basically, the higher the number you see here, the more likely there is a cannibalization issue. So you're looking for lower numbers here. And then for comment, there's two options that you're going to see. One is potential opportunity, which means that either of these is greater than 10% or equal to. And risk means that it was lower than that. So potential opportunity means that there's probably a cannibalization issue going on. And then risk means that it's low, but you should still check. You never know what's going on. So this is just a bit of a guide, but it's not a definitive answer. Once you generate your report, you can just download it by clicking this button here, and then you can pull it up as a CSV or a Google Sheet or Excel, whichever you use. And here's what it will look like. I like to also add a filter to only look at potential opportunities. That way I'm looking at the queries that are driving the most keyword cannibalization. I also like to create a pivot table so I can see exactly which pages are showing for which queries or which pages are getting clicks. And that way I can do cross comparisons between them and dissect the keyword cannibalization issues. Now, when it comes to investigating keyword cannibalization, something you want to keep in mind is that sometimes you're going to have one or more pages ranking for the same terms, and that's not always a bad thing. Here's an example where I have two pages. So one is an e-commerce product category page for 1/18 scale model cars. And then I also have a blog post explaining the different sizes of die-cast cars. And you can see that the category page gets 22 clicks and the blog post got 6 clicks, or 78% of the clicks and 21% of the clicks. And this isn't necessarily a problem. While they both get clicks for this query, 1/18 scale model cars, it's just different search intent. So people who are shopping for that type of product, they're going to click on the product category page. And then people who are researching the different sizes of die-cast cars, they're going to click on the blog post. That doesn't necessarily mean I should redirect my blog post to the category page. It just means that different people will search for different stuff using the same keywords. It's just kind of how search works. That being said, there are 3 quick fixes for keyword cannibalization. If you do find an issue and you do believe it's a cannibalization issue. So number 1 is to consolidate your pages, which is basically just taking your content off of one page and redirecting it to the other one. So you move the content and redirect the URL. The second one is editing the keywords on a specific page. So if you don't want to consolidate your page, but you do want to edit the keywords so that one page ranks and the other one doesn't, that is a method you can do. I prefer to edit the n-grams of the page, which was a very similar process. It's just focused on the actual n-grams that are on the page. So the kind of like building blocks of keywords. And I find that is a little bit more effective than just editing keywords by themselves. And then number 3 is to watch out for internal link anchor text. I've run into situations where internal links on pages with exact match anchor text caused cannibalization issues, and removing those links made an improvement to the page cannibalization. So that's it. It's a pretty handy tool, great for assessing keyword cannibalization. Thanks to Jean Chenard, if I'm saying that correctly, for building this. And I'll post the link to it so you can give it a try. Thanks.